tour in Manila and back for the quarterfinals, right?
Yes, quarterfinals.
And again, I'm your shoutcaster.
RJ Jacinto. And we now have the list of the top 8. And it's
So
still
diverse.
very diverse. Still 7 leaders in the top 8. This is a very healthy meta here in the Philippines. We have 2 P Luffys, 1 Shanks, 1 BY Luffy, 1 Doflamingo, 1 Green Bonnie, 1 Lucci OP-07, and 1 Nami. So our next match is gonna be a battle between the top 2 decks of this meta. It's very exciting because we have 2 veteran local players. So Adri, we have seen him in the past stream matches before. I think round 2.
Yeah,
And we have Kapitan, which is from OPC, a former PH representative.
that's right. And he's been known, for multiple games here in the Philippines. So he has a lot of experience when it
Definitely.
comes to card games. Now we're starting the match here. And what a search there from the Law Searcher. He was able to get that Zoro Juro pretty early. So
And
he
now
will
he
have
has
a
a
four-done play
four-done play.
next turn.
So with this matchup, I think whoever got win the roll, the die roll, and choose to go first has an advantage because you will be the first to swarm the board, and you will be the first one to inflict damage on your opponent. And
That's right.
here, our Doflamingo doesn't have any Perona. He went to opt for Buggy. So this might be a pretty fast opening for Kapitan, while I think that Doflamingo will have to rely on the RNG more. He doesn't have Perona. He's stuck with the top 3 cards that look by Buggy. So we have to see what he went.
Well, if you're gonna ask me, I saw the top 3 cards.
Mhm.
It's the cards that were seen from the Buggy's ability is actually the cards that he needed against
Wow.
Purple Luffy. I saw Gravity Blade. He put it
Okay.
at the
Third card.
third place from the top. I forgot the second one, but I also saw a Boa.
Boa.
All right. So we can see an early 5K, and Adri took the damage, and there you go. We will see a leader ability from Capitan Zoro Juro. Let's see what Capitan will be able to
I think I saw a
search
Luffy
from here.
Taro on his hand, so maybe he's looking for Sangoro. We have Usohachi, we have Bonchan, we have Queen. I think, is that a Sanji 2K counter, the blocker? The
Yeah,
Zerma Sanji?
that's right. I
Oh,
think he will try to be more aggressive here. He'll try to get that Usohachi for the later turn. Because, what Usohachi does is he can rest the blocker,
yes.
which is Boa as well. But now he's thinking if he'll keep the Sanji or the Usohachi from this Zorojuro search.
Kapitan's build is more of the defensive type.
That's right.
We saw a big Mom 9
Big
on his
Mom
hand,
9.
so he's not playing that Sec Luffy with Rush. Or
Maybe.
I think he's still playing that. Those are the boss cards now. The Kaido 9 we won't be seeing definitely.
Most probably, that's right. Now, turn was passed back to Adri. The question is how will Adri be able to come back from that early perfect curve from Capitan? I think the best play that he will be able to play in this turn is he'll play a Jinbei plus a blocker or a Jinbei plus a Weevil so he can refill his hand cards.
Does he have a Jinbei?
Because it's too early for him to use
Yeah.
the pudding. It's too
Yes,
early for the
definitely.
pudding. So
The only thing going on for Adri right now is Kapitan doesn't have a Sangoro. So I saw Kapitan's hand. He only have, I think, Franosuke, or Usohachi that can be played free from the Luffy Taro next turn.
oh my God, he did an 8K to the leader effect. What will he get? There you go, a Boa.
That's a
right,
Gravity
sword.
Blade.
That's a Gravity Blade.
That's
I
the
mentioned earlier.
Jinbei.
Two
Oh,
Gravity Blades.
Two Gravity Blades. So he'll gonna draw one. Now he has a big decision to make. Will he bottom the 2 Gravity Blades that he needs for the early aggression of Kapitan, or just bank in on that single Jinbei that maybe he can outswarm him after the Gravity Blade play and pull off a win there? So this is a very tough decision for Adri here.
That's right. I think what he's looking for is the law bounce, because that will definitely help him
Yep.
bounce that Zoro at a later turn. But it's also a double-edged sword since Kapitan might be able to use
Oh.
Zoro for the later turn as well to search.
He might be thinking of bottoming the 2 Gravity Blade because he's at 6 Dawn next turn. So
That's right.
there's 2 turns more before he can use that. And he's banking on that single Jinbei.
I think he'll try to keep it. He might try to keep it. Draw the. If he'll try to keep it, draw the
The 2
gravity
Gravity
blades,
Blades.
then use the leader effect just to play Jinbei for next turn.
But I think he put it in the third one. So he will be drawing the 2 Gravity Blade. He won't be using leader effect at 6 Dawn. And he might go for pudding next turn.
That's right. So
Or
now
Weevil, yeah.
he's, Kapitan is thinking if he will guard this. This is a total of 9K power attack from Doflamingo or from Adri.
Oh, he got the Sangoro.
Yep, he does have the Sangoro. So now he just needs to make sure to make the right decision here if he will take that 9K or guard it. Because if he'll try to guard this, it will require 2K, two 2Ks
Wow.
and a 1K. And there you go, he did try to guard it.
Usohachi, Furanosuke, and Onami.
That's right. So he just made sure that he'll be able to use that leader ability next turn for him to be able to capitalize using that Luffy Taro to Sangoro play.
2 Big Mom 9s. So definitely he will gonna have more life. He can really be rushed down because but by 9 Dawn turn he'll gonna chain those Big Mom 9s and control Adri's board. So this might be a good curve for Kapitan.
Let's not forget that the current characters on field for Adri doesn't have any counters.
Yes.
So if Kapitan will actually use that Big Mom 9 to put those boa or the boa onto his life, he won't be able to get that value from his hand.
And he also knows that when he do the math on the lethal turns, he doesn't. He just have to deduct one more card because those are dead cards.
There you go. We can see one of the best techs here in a purple Luffy deck, which is the Luffy Tower to Sangoro. So next turn, he will have the option of drawing additional card. But again, we're now at how many dawns does
6
Adri
dawn.
have? Ooh,
6 dawn.
unfortunately, he won't be able to use that Gravity Blade yet. So Adri, Kapitan will be able to get the value from that Sangoro next turn.
So if for our viewers in the West, that's the cards that put P Luffy on top right now.
That's
the
right.
Post ST cards, we have I think ST18. We have the Zoro Juro, Luffy Taro, and Sangoro. Those 3 cards are the most used cards from the ST18.
Yes, because going back to OP-05, P Luffy's or Purple Luffy's build is way, way different from now.
Definitely.
Right,
You
so-
have Magellans.
That's
You
true.
have the Uta page 1.
That's true.
But those are doesn't needed anymore. Consistency due to law, searching those straw hats, and then Luffy Taro letting you play free 5 cost straw hat or less. That combo really gave those P Luffy the edge, and now he's one of the top decks back again.
That's right. And now he was able to play that Boa, connecting one Rested Dawn to the Doflamingo leader, and uses that leader ability
That
to
Jinbei.
play the Jinbei to a Weevil and draws another card.
So now he has 2 Gravity Blades on his hand.
That's right. Now, but let's not forget that Kapitan does have that Big Mom 9. So he will be able to heal up and then put that one of those boas on life, and he might be able to control the board here.
I think that would be the best play here. Putting that boa, making the other boa, the rested boa and Jinbei open for attacks.
That's right. So now he'll use the leader ability to go up to 9 Dawns. All right, to use that Big Mom 9 really early onto this fight. There's
That's
also
the Sec Luffy.
Yep, there's also a Sec Luffy, so he will have an option to become more aggressive here. All right.
Oh, he's
He
opting
will-
to attack first.
Yep, just to make sure that he'll be able to get that value. So he's trying to choose Jinbei as a target. Sangoro's ability, draw a card. Oh!
Three
Big Mom 9s and a Luffy Sec on hand. That's a pretty bad start or mid-game for Capitan, and now he attacks for 8K. Still, I think he's still targeting the Jinbei, or it's either the Boa.
It's he targets the Boa,
The
the
Boa.
rested Boa.
There you go. Boa
But
goes down.
that Big Mom 9 will help him now because there's less attackers and now additional life. So that means that he cannot be rushed down by next turn.
That's right. Here you go.
Put on the
Put-
bottom.
Yep. And he will be able to heal up 1 life. So he will have another option later on to use that leader ability. And there's a 5K onto the Jinbei. So Adri forced to guard that because if he gives that Jinbei away, that's 4-1, right, on the board. Or I mean 4-2 on the board.
Now the question now is, does the Gravity Blade still matters at Capitan's board? He doesn't have the Sorojuro now. The only target for Gravity Blade is Sangoro. And although he can bottom as well Law, it doesn't really matter in this matchup. He's still gonna be left with Luffy Taro 8K and a Big Mom 9 with 9K power. So that's still gonna take a lot of cards if he tries to guard it.
That's right. So now he'll just force Capitan to take some damage direct to the life. But again, let's not forget that Capitan still has those counters available on his hand. Then the question is, what would be the play here from Adri? Adri is on a really tight spot. Ooh, targets Sangoro.
Yeah, he went for board control now. 5K.
And another 5K onto the leader. He does have that gravity.
Wait,
wait.
I think he do have Red Rock.
A Red Rock, probably.
That's 6 Dawn.
6 Dawns. Red Rock onto who? There we go. Big Mom 9 goes to the bottom of Capitan's
We
deck.
didn't saw that Red Rock, and now that play, of course, the better play than the Force Gravity Blade.
That's right. If you're gonna ask me, Gravity Blade is not really the card that he's looking for right now. If you're gonna, if Capitan does have multiple Zorojuros, that could have mattered. But now, as you can see, Luffy Taro is at 7 cost. Gravity Blade won't matter, and there's another Big Mom 9 on hand.
2 Big Mom 9s and 1 Gum Gum Giant. So Capitan is really tanky right now. He can heal up to 2 more life and then have a card that protects you with a 4K counter as well as drawing you 2. Basically filtering 2 cards because you have to trash 1 there with that activation.
Wait, that's 3. That Adri has 3
Gravity Blade. Oh, this is bad for Adri now. Because Capitan will now go for the board control because he have 1 more Big Mom. He will put Weevil back to life, and the bottom 2 cards of Adri will now have no counters.
That's right. And for those who doesn't have any idea yet for One Piece card game, currently we're on a very, very, Adri is on a very, very tight spot. And he's now,
He's
Capitan is
thinking.
thinking if he will go for a Weevil or the Jinbei. He's going to go for a Weevil. So most probably he will just choose to play a Searcher and look for a better play than the Big Mom.
Yes, I
Right.
think that would be the situation here. Oh, he's gonna play the Big Mom 9.
He's going to go for the Big Mom 9.
So putting Jinbei on, I think, you can put it at the bottom now.
Yeah, that's right. Then he can go for life on the later part of the game.
Yes.
So Adri won't be able to get that value from the hand cards that he will get. This is a really, really bad
Giving him
bad
1 more
place.
counter, right?
That's right. This is a really, really bad place for Adri. 3, no counters, no value as well for the next turn.
He only have 1 Jinbei on his hand.
Yep.
With 3 Gravity Blade.
All right, and it doesn't. Oh, okay. Bottom, another heal, 1 active Dawn.
Actually, it's very interesting that he opted to go for Jinbei on the life rather
That's
than
right.
Weevil, putting non-counter cards rather than putting at least 1 counter card in the bottom of his life. So very interesting play there.
That's right. And now we are Doflamingo or Adri is now at 10 Dawns. He's going to play
Doflamingo blocker.
Doflamingo blocker.
Wow, that
To sort
card.
up the top 3 cards, we can see a buggy. Top
Top 5.
4. Top 4. Sorry about that. Top five. Sorry about that. Another
So
Jinbei.
another Jinbei, we have a buggy. That's a Perona topper.
Oh no!
So I think Adri's top 5 is not that, well, not optimal as well.
He doesn't have a lot of options there.
Yeah, so I think he that's a low bounce at the bottom. If
I think it's Doflamingo blocker as well.
So let's see. Maybe Adri will try to take out Luffy Taro here. He is thinking 2, 4. He do have 7 more Dons. So 4 Don play. So he's gonna play Jinbei. He wants to play Jinbei. He can play. He will be using leader's ability plus Jinbei. Does does he sorted a Weevil in the top 5?
This is actually interesting as well. If he tries to go for an all in against a Luffy Charo, it gives more value with the Gum Gum Giant that Kapitan has in hand.
Yeah,
Has
definitely.
in
That's
his
right.
hand,
That's
right?
right. At the moment, of course, Kapitan will try his best to guard the Luffy Taro. He goes all in. So that's 7 Dawn, 6. That's going to be a 12k attack with Luffy Taro. So Kapitan has the option now to use the Gum Gum Giant. And I don't think he has another counter there. So he can gamble that when he plays the Gum Gum Giant, he'll get another card with a counter to save Luffy Taro.
All right. And now, by the way, now I know the reason why
Oh, he has
Kapitan.
Usuhachi.
Yep. Now I know the reason why Kapitan did not prompt to attack or put the Weevil at the bottom of life, because don't forget that there's a Moria that can bring back from the trash. So he will be able to recycle the Jinbei.
The Jinbei, yes.
All right.
That's right, that's right.
All right. The Gum Gum Giant was actually prompted by Kapitan saving that Luffy Charo from that huge attack from the
Oh.
Doflamingo leader. He was able to get another 2K counter.
We only
though.
have 11. I forgot, sorry. I miscounted the Dons under the Doflamingo. It's only 11k because he used the other Don for the leader ability. So we only have 6 under, so that's an 11k attack. And now he went for Gum Gum Giant, which saves plus 4k to a Luffy Taro with an 8k attack. So that's 12. So we see here multiple attacks. Adri taking a lot of damage here. Kapitan hasn't used any Dons yet.
Oh, wait. I can see a Kaido 10, though. It might turn the tables here.
A Kaido and the Kaidro or the
The Kaidro.
Okay. There's for other people there are 2 types of Kaido 10. The
Kaido
bounce,
bounce.
the 8 and 3 bounce, and the Kaido that draw
Draws you
4.
4.
Yes.
Yep. Another Big Mom 9.
Wow, Kapitan is really tanky.
That's right.
Adri is joking that you want to put my bug in your life, in my life.
Yeah, that's a 2K counter. That gives a lot of value for the later turn. So Kapitan is still thinking, what would be the best card to put on Adri's life?
I think it's best to go for Dofi so that you won't have to worry about that blocker.
All right, but it shows he was able
I
to
think
declare.
he hasn't declared Dofi yet. Sorry, Moria yet.
All right, so he's still thinking.
I think it's better to go for Dofi here so that Adri will be open for more attacks next turn.
That's right. All right, so there you go. Big Mom's ability. Trashes 1 card.
Oh, he went
Puts
for
the
Moria.
Moria at the bottom of the life. Wow.
How many
Purple
life?
Luffy is already at 4
1, 2,
life.
3, 4. 4 life despite taking, I think, 3.
All right, and the leader ability and the Gum Gum Giant.
Did he manage to get
The Gum Gum Giant
from
came
another
from the
Gum Gum
life
Giant?
with a one active
Oh.
Dawn.
So he gambled
Wow.
that leader ability that because I thought he was just like bluffing. He already have Gum Gum Giant.
Well, it's safe for him to take a life because, as you can see, Adri's current board doesn't show any threat, right?
But drawing that Gum Gum Giant, adding I think 3 lives and now 2 Gum Gum Giants. This Pilluvi build is really interesting and I think this is really created against Bidofi. Uh, P. Luffy, you're taking life, putting your self at risk of with the barrage of 5k attacks from
That's right.
Bidofi, and this build adding more life, having that tankiness with Gum Gum Giant. I think that gives you the defense that you need against this build.
That's right. But if you're gonna ask me if I'm gonna use Purple Luffy, I'll run for Gum Gum Giants, especially the meta right now. You know, big attacks per turn, big attacks from each character set, and the meta is kind of slow. You know, so now Adri is thinking if he'll play the Kydro or he'll play two small cards, most probably
The
the
problem,
Jinbei that he was able
yeah,
to take from
the problem now
top deck.
is definitely the board is on the side of Capitan. So it's going to be really hard for Adri to come back from this. But, I mean, Beethoven is like the best deck for a reason. So maybe
That's
there's
right.
going to be something there that can help him pull through from this.
Really unfortunate for Adri as well. He wasn't able to draw the card wherein he'll be able to filter his hand card,
Yep.
right? I think that will be a crocodile, if I'm not mistaken. When attacking, you'll be able to filter your hand cards, draw two, and then trash one. So he really needs it right now for him to be able to dispose those three gravity blades in hand. All
That's
right?
Mihawk. It's
That's
a
Mihawk.
draw
There you
to
go.
discard too. So
That's
that's
Mihawk.
Mihawk.
I always mix those two up because both of them add so much value. And no, there you go.
The
A high
Hydro.
draw from Adri, drawing 4 additional cards. And I can see a law that
So he now
puts
has, I
one
think,
card.
9 hand cards.
That's a total of 9 hand cards. Gives him more options for the next turn.
So he do have the law bounce. He do have another Jinbei.
I think that's the law wherein if your opponent has 5 hand cards, put one at the bottom. So that's not the law that he's looking for right now.
Let's see. I saw a Perona. Because the Perona and Jinbei AA looks almost the
Yeah,
same.
that's true. That's true.
So I'm
No,
just
the
basing it
design.
on the color of the card. I think, I do think that's a low bounce, so he can go for a bounce here. A Perona, I think that's
Law. The law bottom. 3 gravity blades.
that gravity blade.
Yeah,
think,
3.
Yeah, that's 3
These
gravity
are 3
blades.
oh, no. That's
That's
2
a red
gravity
rock?
blades
I know
and
the
then a
perfume.
perfume.
The perfume. So you do have a perfume. You do have
3 law. We're in,
3 law.
which doesn't add any value for this turn.
No, that's
or
the
for
law
this game.
bounce. That's not a 2K. The law 2K has the has law open with hands open. The one
Oh,
holding, holding
yeah.
the sword
I
is the
totally
law
forgot about
bounce.
that. But
So-
still no value for the current board.
And I think
that
that's a
Kapitan
Mihawk.
has.
That's a Mihawk after. So you do have 9 hand cards with 3 1K counters with 2 9K attackers on the other side of the board here.
Let's not forget that Kapitan is currently at 3 life mid-game. Purple Luffy with 3 life. Wow.
The question is, can he deal with the Hydro?
That is true. So since Kydro has 12k power, you know, even though that you have the Gum Gum Giant, you won't be able to guard that much unless you'll have to commit multiple hand cards as well.
True. That's true. Big Mom 9 is a double-edged sword. This is now showing as well in the Kapitan side because also, even though you have all these big characters, Adri has 4 life and 9 hand cards right now. So, attacking for 7k. So, that's Mihawk and Law Bounce.
All right, I think what he'll try to do here is to now to apply some pressure to Dree's life.
He opted for 7. He opted to save 7 Dons. So, does he have a Luffy Taro again? Because he took. No, he didn't search for. Did he got the Germa 2K? No, he went for Usuhachi,
Usuhachi.
in the early rounds.
There is a Luffy Charo. It's just that he needs to make sure that and a Sanji 6 cost, but he
So-
needs to make sure that his dons are less than Adri for him to be able to play that at 3 cost.
2 dons less, right?
Yes, he needs to make sure he is that 2 dons less, which
Ano?
unfortunately won't work
It
in
won't
this current
work.
scenario.
Right,
Luffy
right,
Taro
right.
only reduces 1 don.
And also, Lufitaro can play a 6 cost or a 5 cost. I forgot.
5 cost or less.
So he can. Oh
He
yeah,
can.
it's 3 costs in his hand. So technically he can, but
Supposedly.
at not in this scenario.
That's right. So I think he'll just try to attack with the law searcher. I think that will be the best way for him to be able to put up or apply some pressure onto Adri. Even though Adri was able to have a lot of multiple hand cards, but at least half of those hand cards doesn't have any guard value at all.
So the question now is, what will Capitan do here? Does he go for multiple 9K? I think he's considering that, right? He lifted the Law Searcher and looks like he's attaching all those dons to him.
Yeah,
But
multiple
Adri has a lot. I think, how many hand cards does Adri have? It's quite thick. So 2, 4, I think more than 2, 4, 6.
All right, he took the life.
So he's taking a lot of damage right now.
He'll be able to get ready for later on, since he will be able to play a Jinbei to a Boa, and then he can also use the leader ability as well. So that's actually a big threat against Capitan's current board state. Since again, there's a Kaidro, there's a blocker, there might be 2 blockers as well. The only card Capitan needs is the 2 Uso Hachis if ever he tries to prompt using that Gum Gum Giant as well.
I think Capitan is preparing for a 6K, 6 Don attachment on Law here. He goes for a 9K attack. 9K, right? So
Yep,
that's
7 plus 2.
okay. Now he doesn't have a blocker right now. So I'm not sure if Adri is bluffing that he doesn't have any counters because he's taking a lot of 9Ks. Or he's just making Capitan go all in instead of playing cards, playing more characters on his board. So, because Capitan can just opt to just play Lufitaro without any plus, or maybe he's keeping that Lufitaro as a fodder for the Gum Gum Giant.
That's right. And now he plays for the Boa. Got another Law. I'm not entirely sure what the other one is. I think that is another Doflamingo blocker. So Adri is still on a tight spot here. 1 life with just 1 blocker, but multiple hand cards as well. But at least half of those hand cards doesn't have any guard value. That's actually
But
the biggest
Adri
problem that he has.
Can't be complacent with 1 blocker. If
That's
Capitan managed to get an Uzohachi, he can definitely go all in next turn.
That's right. So 4 Dons.
That's gonna be a Jinbei, I think.
A Jinbei, what would be the combo? What character will he
He can
use?
opt for
Another blocker, which is actually the card that he needed.
now
Just to make sure he'll be able to survive until
That's
next
true.
turn. All right, and now we can see a pudding, a perfume. Wait, how many perfumes does he have?
usually they have 2.
Usually.
Usually they have 2. If you have Red Rock, Gravity Blade, the build usually has 2. If you don't have those, it's usually 1 event build.
That's right, and there you go, an 8K to the leader, prompting for a Jinbei from the life. Will he play that Weevil? Yes. Getting another value, drawing a digital card, and what is on top of that?
I think he chose to have a 2K. I think that's the best draw for him right now because he will have to defend this one.
That's right. Okay, so this is actually the best board state that he can actually possibly get, just to make sure he'll be able to survive Capitan's
wait.
next turn.
Capitan is now going for...
That's an early, if you're going to ask me, that's an early Gum Gum Giant. Because now, if he won't be able to get a guard value, there you go, that's a Luffy Taro. So he only has 2K and 1K. So most probably Luffy Taro will be the target of Hydro.
The question now is, will Kaidro gonna go for life or for those Big Mom 9s? Capitan can guard that one.
Capitan only has 2K
But he has
and 1K. 2K and 1K.
Ah, yeah, Luffy Taro, right?
Yeah, because the third one is a Luffy Taro, which
Yeah,
is actually
yeah.
a big, big problem
So
for
Sanji
Kapitan.
and Queen only, right? You're right.
That's right.
That's he lacks 1k to guard that one. Now the question is, what will that Cairo attack now?
All right.
So we
The tables
have
are now turning, if you're going to ask me, because Adri will now apply some pressure to the board presence that Capitan has.
If
If you'll ask me what will be the target for Kaijo, I'm going to go for Luffy Taro just to secure. There you go.
there you go.
Luffy Taro goes down, passes the turn. Again, he still has 2 blockers, right? 2 blockers, even if Capitan gets an Usu Hachi, he'll be able to
safe.
secure a block, 1 more block.
Wait, actually, when I saw Adri's hand, if what I think those cards are, I have counted around 9k count. So he might be safe here even with Usohachi. Because with Usohachi, that's going to be down to 7 Dons. Kapitan can go for multiple big attacks. Now he's testing the waters here. Counter check. Will Adri counter this one or block with Boa Hancock? We already saw Adri taking a lot of 9k damage earlier. So he might be, I don't know if he's bluffing that he can counter, but he definitely can.
All right. And now he's asking, or he's now checking on how many Uso Hachi does he have. There you go. Same mindset, right? Same mindset.
true.
I saw 2 Uso Hachis there. Now I'm going to think, does he have another Uso Hachi? How many draws did he actually make for the whole game, right? So he just needs to make sure that there's no Uso Hachi in this turn, so he'll be able to survive this attack.
So he's thinking to block this one.
Yep, that is right. Because he still has multiple 2Ks. I think that's 3 2K counters. So he will be able to survive 1 more turn. And if he didn't, oh, there you go, he blocks. Okay. So I think he's trying to bluff
Yeah,
Capitan here.
that's
I think
true.
he's
That's
trying to
true.
bluff Capitan. To go for if ever
This
there's
is the
a Uso
scenarios.
Hachi.
This is the scenarios wherein you just have to accept if he has it,
Yeah, that's true.
right? But I think Capitan will go for. No, he can't go for double blockers now because he had Queen. He's not 2 Dons less. Yeah, so he can't play Sanji on a discount.
What if he plays Queen and gets a Nami? So that would be a better play.
Yes.
But let's not forget that Adri has that law bounce as well.
Yes,
So
definitely.
Adri might be able to secure the win next
So,
turn. All right, a Queen will be used.
Queen.
Draw 1 and
That's
another
a-
2.
that's
No
a Sangoro.
blocker. A Sangoro. So now he will trash
Luffy
that
Taro.
Luffy
He has to
Taro.
trash that Luffy Taro.
He has to. He has to. All right. Even though that he is currently at 3 lives left, you know, it's actually very painful to see that Adri was able to turn the tables onto this match.
Wait, he's thinking of attacking. Wait, if he attacks for 5, Bo will just gonna block that one.
Most probably he'll try to attack for like.
He's thinking of playing a Sangoro. He's debating whether to attack with just 5. Well, Bo is there.
He really needs those hand cards. He really needs those counters, just for him, just in case, right?
That's true.
So he can't. I think what he's trying to do here is
9K
either
attack.
force Adri to block or force Adri to lose those hand cards that he has on his hand.
Yeah, I think he's forcing Adri to block here so that there be less attackers. And with three lives, he only have Weevil, Hydro, and Dofi as an attacker. He can't go for lethal.
That's right. So now 9K onto the leader. The question is the counters enough? Are the counters enough from Adri's hand to counter that 9K, or will he take it as well?
Actually, he can also take it.
he can take it to get that value from the Moria.
Wait, he's thinking of keeping that one Don bluff.
Oh,
But I think
I like it. I like what he's
but
doing here.
now
I like what he's
that's
doing there.
that's a question of bluffing. You
That's
have
right.
bluff one Don open.
I love
but
doing
you,
that.
But you put it on the leader. Now you're messing with your opponent's mindset that dude, is this really a bluff? He tried to put it on the leader, right?
That's right.
So he might not have it, but I think Kapitan is banking that one of the 3 life cards are a Gum Gum Giant. Or is
Oh
a Gum Gum
yeah,
Giant.
because you already saw 2 Gum Gum Giants here.
Yes,
So
sir.
technically, what Capitan is doing here is trying to gamble for what he
Yes.
might get from that life cards as well. But
Yes,
again,
that's true.
most probably, Adri will just play safe here. He'll try to attack the Big Moms and try to if he takes this attack, he'll just get the boa from Trash and then play it again and just play safe up until he will be able to clear that board that Capitan has. Still depends on what will happen or what will be the decision of Adri from this 9K attack from
I'm
the
not
leader.
sure if he has the Moria.
No, the Moria is from the life,
Ah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
If he takes it, he'll be able to recycle the boa from the trash
That's true.
that Capitan has, right? So this is actually a tricky situation here for Adri. But again,
Oh, I
there you
think
go. He
he'll
took it.
go. He'll go for that play. I think Adri will go for that play wherein you go for multiple blockers here. He hasn't set up his top decks yet.
That's right. So I think that will be the best play.
So Moria, so that's actually you can go for it wherein you have Moria. You can go for another Boa. So that's 8 Don, attach 1, and then go for another leader ability.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
You can do that.
Or if ever he still, if does he have another boa? No boas.
No Boas. He'll gonna have to get that one from the trash.
All right. So he'll
Oh no,
play.
he have Boa. And
He does have. There you
That-
go. So he does have boa. So he will be
Right.
able to play boa first. All right. Sort the top 3 cards. Look for a Jinbei if there is a Jinbei, and then play that Jinbei. So he'll be able to play that Moria to get another 2K counter from Trash. He can also do that.
definitely, yeah.
All right.
The question
so,
is how many Jinbeis already in the trash?
oh,
I think
yeah,
we
I wasn't
already
able
saw
to see.
2.
Saw 2. Yep.
Yeah, we already saw 2.
There's no Jinbeis on hand.
Yep. No Jinbeis on hand.
There's also another play here, but it's actually really risky. You can try for lethal. He does have perfume,
But
right?
yeah, you do have perfume, but I think once Kapitan noticed that you're going for life, he's just gonna have to block one of the first 3 attacks.
That's right.
So if you're gonna do that, I think we're gonna see if Adri will gonna do that if he attacks for 10 cost Kaido in the first attack.
That's right. So it's a matter of good decisions here between
Yes. There's a
Kapitan
lot.
and also
There's a lot
Adri.
of outs here, but that's kind of risky.
That's right.
Okay, so he's gonna go for a defensive play here. He didn't went for the Kaido first, so he's definitely not forcing Kapitan to at least take lives. So he's not gonna go for the perfume play. I think he'll gonna go for the defensive play here with the Boa as blocker, going for a leader ability.
That's right. So I'm actually excited. What would be the next play here from Adri? Because again, like what I mentioned earlier, it's a matter of the right decision. It's a matter of decision making here between Capitan and also Adri. He needs to make sure that he will be able to play the right cards here. So if you're gonna ask me, I'm gonna play that Boa, check that top 3 cards. If there is a Jinbei, best play that I can do is to play that or Jinbei from the top of the deck,
Then
or
play another Moria
get
just to get
another
a
Moria
2K.
to get a 2K counter as well. But he needs to be careful here because if Capitan will be able to get that Uso Hachi,
Also a GG.
that's a different story. That will be a different story. Or the question is, does Capitan has that Sanji 7 cost rush that rests 6K costs?
Yeah, that's also a possibility here. I'm trying to remember the matches of Capitan that I watched in the early rounds. I do think he have that Sanji on his deck. The question is, can he draw it from the life? Because he doesn't have any more Gum Gum Giant in his hand now, right?
that's
So
right.
it's either coming from the life or gonna be the top deck.
Right, so I'm actually pretty excited. All
Oh,
right.
that's a
so
Weevil.
Boa was
Oh,
there.
He has Mihawk in the second card, so he's gonna get a 2K counter from the Weevil play here.
Okay. Actually, that's a good play. That's a really good play. So now he's trying to manage his dawns. If
He'll
be
gonna
able-
go. I think he'll gonna go all in to a Big Mom 9. He's considering it, going all into a Big Mom 9.
Yep.
So that's
But
gonna be an 11k attack, asking Kapitan two more cards. Kapitan only has three hand cards, so he definitely won't gonna guard that. Either he'll gonna block it, forcing Kapitan to be open for the next attacks, or just give out one more Big Mom 9.
all right,
Oh,
and
he's now
there you
going for the
go.
board. He's now going for the board.
15K to Big Mom. Blocks it. There you go. He's now open. He's now open. That's a good opening here for Adri. And a
8k
leader
attack.
ability for 8K. Plays the Weevil, draws a card, and gets a
That's a
2K
Mihawk.
counter.
That's a Mihawk. Mihawk 2k.
Well played there by Adri. I really like what Adri's doing here. He has heart. Because
Yeah.
if you're going to ask me if I'm the Dolphin player earlier, I already lost my confidence because earlier we
The
saw
mountain that Adri
three
climbed,
big
right?
mom, right? Three big moms and a Luffy Taro. And now, check it out.
Yeah,
Zero
that
life,
is
but
true.
at least he has multiple hand cards. Even though that he has 3-0 counters on his hand, he was able to play those boas to block those attacks.
I think that's Luffy Sec. I think the top deck of Kapitan is a Luffy Sec.
The Luffy Rush that draws you card.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good card as well. All right, Big Mom.
Thinking
Will there be
here.
an attack? Well, you really need to get those values. I think he needs to try. He needs to try to clear the board here. But again, there's two blockers.
So Adri making it easy for us. So he do have three 2k counters. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1k counters. So at the moment he have 12 hand cards. 3 2k counters and then 6 1k counter. I think the last three remaining was the gravity blades that he can't use here. So definitely Kapitan. Oh, he went for the 9 cause Adri guarded that one. So wait. Adri can also... I don't think Kapitan can finish it this turn.
Well, he really can't. If you'll ask me, as long as there's two bull blockers there and then multiple hand
Oh,
cards.
he's thinking of putting out Sanji 6 cost.
Oh yeah, he needs to because he needs a blocker.
But can he survive? I mean, even with Sanji 6 cost, how many life cards? I think only 2, right? There's only 2 more life cards. Only 3 hand cards after that. With multiple 7Ks, I think he will fold with that one.
That's right. So I think if the turn goes back to Adri, Kapitan might be on a lethal turn, right? Because how many hand cards does he have? If he
got
plays
5.
that Sanji, he loses that 2K value or 2K counter value. on
Aside
his
from
hand.
that, Sanji doesn't have any more 2K counters.
That's right. Only multiple 1K counters. I think that's 3 1K counters.
Yeah,
and a,
Bonchan,
and a
multiple
a
Sangoro.
0 counter.
multiple Sangoro. I'm not sure what the other... Is that a Luffy?
Luffy, Luffy Sec.
The Sec Luffy.
Yep. All right, so now he will try to go. I think the best play that Kapitan can do here is he needs to try to attack the Weevil instead. Right?
That's true.
Because if ever Adri tries to guard that, at least he's actually considering multiple hand cards from this certain play. We'll see what Adri has in store here. So I think, wait, did he go for a leader?
Yes.
He
Went for
a
multiple
leader.
multiple
Okay.
leader attacks.
Oh, I know what Kapitan is doing here. He's trying to play some mind games here. He's going for a leader, so Adri won't be able to use those blockers yet,
Yes,
right?
definitely.
Because he might have that Uso Hachi or the Luffy 7 cost that rests a blocker, right?
That's
So
true.
this is actually a good play here from Kapitan, and now Adri is thinking if he will block, and there you go, he blocks. But unfortunately, Kapitan doesn't have that Uso Hachi on his hand. So the best play that he can actually do here is to play a little bit defensive by playing that Sanji 6 cost blocker. Because he won't be able to go for a lethal. There's still one blocker. He doesn't have any cards on his hand that can rest that blocker.
Actually, he can force that one. I mean, he can attack. He can play the Sanji 6K, and then just go for try to take out one of the 6K, one of the Weevils, so that you will have lesser problems going into the next turn. Because I'm not sure Capitan can handle, or maybe he's banking that those cards can be a Gum Gum Giant or a 2K counter. He might have a better chance of survival with that one.
That's right. So I'm now excited to see what is Capitan's life cards here. That
Oh, he's
really
gonna go
matters
for
for the
9K.
next
He's
day.
gonna go
Next
for
day.
Sanji
Next
and then
turn.
go for a 9K attack onto one of the Weevils here.
That's right. So 9K onto one of the Weevils. But I think Adri will
He
try to
doesn't
guard
have
it.
any more 2K counters, so it's up to Adri whether he wants to show that he only have 1K counters versus Capitan.
Well, if he does that, that will be fine.
That's
Because
true.
that's the last attack that he can do for this turn. If he's going to
That
use
is
multiple
true.
hand cards, so multiple Dawns.
So
All right, he
he'll
goes
gonna
for
go
7K.
Oh, I think Capitan will go for a bluff here, wherein he will leave some dons open, hoping for a Gum Gum Giant in those life cards. Oh, he went for leader. He went for the leader. Oh wait,
Not yet completely declared. All right, we're still waiting. What will be the best decision here for Capitan?
I think he can go for 8K and then
There
go
you
for
go, 8K.
Sanji
With one
with
active
one
Dawn
active Dawn.
Yep, just in
Hoping and
case.
just hope that one of the life cards
is a Gum
is
Gum
a Gum
Giant.
Gum Giant.
My favorite card.
Oh wait. Wait. There's been some situation here. Are they allowing that 8K? Because he went for he declared a sideways attack with 7K only.
Most probably we weren't able to hear it.
Yeah.
That he did not declare it yet, so that is
That is
still
true.
allowed.
That is true.
So as long as it's not yet completely declared,
That is true.
that'll be fine. And ooh, wait a minute.
He's gonna block and then he's
And,
gonna guard.
oh,
Now,
1K.
oh wait.
Oh, 1 second.
They are now arguing.
There might be a discussion here from what
Yeah,
happened
from
earlier.
the 7K.
So we just need to wait for the judge's decision.
Yeah, will
on
they
what
let
would it
that
be.
8K attack gonna be an 8K or a 7K?
All right, there you go. So it's an 8K attack guarded by a Dream.
So
with
now,
1K counters in
Capitan
the
knows
block.
that all those cards have a maximum of 1K counter.
All right,
Because
and there you go.
he discarded 3 cards.
That's right. This is the time that those gravity blades will have a value.
That's true.
Right? Especially, Capitan doesn't have any 2K counters here. So what he just needs to do here is attack for 6K to check this hand.
That's true.
He'll take for sure. Definitely, because he only has 1K counter on his hands, right?
Yep.
So a 6K attack would be the best play here.
And if it takes, you just Gravity Blade Sanji because no, there's no more 2K counters. And with multiple 6K attacks, you are basically asking for 3 cards per attack. Sorry, with multiple 7K attacks, you have 3 dons left. You're basically asking for 3 hand cards per attack.
That's right. So I think we're now on the verge of this game's end. So I think Adri will try to go for lethal here.
He's gonna go for the Gravity Blade. He's preparing that 7 dons.
I think what he needs to do here is to go for a 6K attack first.
Yeah, counter check first.
Counter check, go for a 6K attack, then you can go multiple 7Ks later on. But the only big problem that you will have here is if
That's the
there's a
Gum
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 Gum Giant from those life cards.
That card can really turn a game around.
All right, we're going to wait. What would be Adri's decision? He does have that, multiple. Wait, let's not forget that he has perfume as well.
Yep, definitely, but he doesn't. Capitan only still have 2 hand cards. Life cards there. Oh, yes, he can because he will
He
be
can
looking
go for 6K first.
because he's looking for that Gum Gum Giant. So maybe he'll be taking that one.
That's right. He needs to. All right. I'm now excited to see what those
Well,
life
if that's
cards.
gonna
I'm
be
still
the play,
excited to see
I
what those
think
life cards are.
Adri has to start with a 6K vanilla attack, then go for Kaido, so that you are assured that Kapitan will take that life. So if he took a 6K attack, you're gonna go for the Kaido next, so that he'll gonna take the last life and then go for a perfume here.
All right. Adri still having a hard time here. He's trying to check all the possibilities that he can actually do or he can
That is
have,
true.
right, for this turn.
Does he also
Since
know that this is his last
this is
turn?
his last turn, definitely. He doesn't have any boas on his hand. One blocker left, and there's like four. And there's a Sec Luffy on it. There's a possible Sec Luffy on Capitan's hand, which is, right? So he needs to make sure he will be
Oh,
able to manage his Dawn here.
I think Adri believes that bluff. He is really believing that Kapitan has that Gum Gum Giant.
So if he believes that, I think the best way here is to attack for 6Ks.
He's gonna go for 7K because he believes that. So he's forcing Kapitan's hand to use that Gum Gum Giant as early as now.
Okay. A 2K
2K
counter.
counter.
Wow, okay.
So
What a
that's
top
5K counter total in Kapitan's hand.
what a top deck from the life card. Last life card here.
But he wants that Gum Gum Giant. He
I
really
want to see that Gum Gum Giant there. That will be an insane one. All right, there's still a blocker. He will definitely block that one.
Now he can go for a Kaido now, forcing Kapitan to take that life. If he managed to force Kapitan take that life or block, he can now go for lethal.
That's right, that's right.
That's an easier path to lethal. Oh, wait.
Okay, this
That's
is
6 Don. Does he? Yeah,
All right,
there you go,
there you go.
Kaido. He's now
A
forcing.
block.
Okay, Kapitan is he managed to guess that
All right.
perfume.
now he's now asking for that Gum Gum Giant really
There
early
you go.
for a 9K attack. So there's 6 dons left.
The final attack is 12K.
Final
if,
attack will be 12K.
If the final life is a Gum Gum Giant, he will survive because he already has a 2K and multiple 1K. So that's going to be just 12K with Gum Gum Giant. That's going to be at 9K, 2K, 1K, and he will have one more 1K for the 5K attack of the leader.
All right, now
He can go all in now with a 12K.
that's right if he takes it. All right, the best attack here will be the 12K. My hands are shaking. What would be the lifeguard?
If that's a Gum Gum Giant.
Come on, come on.
Then
Show us that lifeguard.
the drama. Is it? Wait. He's looking at it. Oh,
No,
it's
wait.
He can't.
That's 3 1Ks and 2 2Ks.
Yeah, but he can't.
And that is an 11K
11K
attack.
attack.
7, 8, 9, 10, and
Oh,
there you
it's not
go.
enough.
Adri is the winner. What a grind. That was it. The game started with a one-sided game. And
Definitely.
Adri has the heart.
Oh, the top deck is now
Wow,
Sanji.
that's the Sanji that
That's-
he's looking for.
That's the card that he was looking for. That's the Sanji. If he
Wow.
managed to get that, he could have finished the game turn earlier.
All right, so now Adri will advance to the semifinals for the Bandai Card Games Fest 2024 here in Manila.